Nice to see you. Okay, working on getting the chat right. We're live already.
Sorry, I've been trying to find the oil you gave me. Found it in the wash bag. That's a good best thing running around, but thank you.
We have one person so far, so I'm just gonna wait.
Who's on
His name's Bart.
this? I bought.
Pull it up on my phone real quick. Hi Bart, nice to see you. How's it going? Yeah, I changed the thumbnail. I didn't realize you guys saw every single one of those. It's kind of embarrassing.
This thing?
Basically when like you start a live,
Yeah.
you take a thumbnail, and so I was trying to get the right one, so I took like 8 different photos. And they saw Bart saw every single one. I think you're the only one though, I hope.
One of the good things about being first in. To see all that.
See the real deal. How's it going? Will you get one, Frank?
It's really weird seeing that. There's so much love. Sort of. Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little easier to just keep track of the chats that come in. This might not be a good time for people.
Middle of the day on Monday.
Yeah, most people are working.
So that's my family as well. Going good.
What happened to your van? Bart Borg says, so who's the charming looking fella that you got there with you? This is Rex. Rex and I, excuse me. Rex and I met at the coffee shop next to my house, and yeah, I thought he was cute, and I went up to him and was like, hi, and I had like a little kitten, and I tried to convince him he should take the kitten home. He's like, oh no, I can't do that because I'm from England, and that's not what he said, but basically we kept hanging out, and oh, hi Jaylena, and we're still hanging out, and we're considering some other things as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you had a trailer attached? So Bart Borg said, hey, had a trailer attached and it hydroplaned and flipped, damaged the rear fender. Wow, that's insane, and I'm really sorry to hear that. Hi Jaylena, nice to see you, thanks for joining us. Jaylena is the one who like basically introduced me to YouTube. Yeah, she's the blonde one I was showing you.
Yeah. Still fairly new to it all.
Yeah. Monty Rep says hi from Seattle. Hello. I will be going your way soon. Yeah, Bart, please send me photos of what happened. That's really intense. I can't believe you went through that. It was just with raining a lot. It's been raining a lot here as well. Like torrential. So basically I'll just wait and like respond to the chats as they come up. Are you still coming back for our concert, or is he stealing you away? Leave Her Wild asked, which is Jaylena. We'll see. I think I'm actually going to be going to California a little bit sooner than, or leaving here sooner than I expected, and am considering going to go hang out with him. He's going to visit a friend, and I am going to hang out with him, probably do some like really touristy things, maybe go to Disneyland all those kinds of things. So
Take a little road trip as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Try and do all the touristy things. It'll be the first time I've been in California. So I want to go and I was hoping to see Lake Tahoe, but sadly that's not an option anymore. The fires have gotten so bad. But hopefully they'll recover and I'll be able to go another time.
But to answer your question, Jaylena, I'm still coming to the concert. I don't have my vaccination yet, so I'm not sure. I've been here since that all started, so I'm not sure what the concert venue's like, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hi, Incredible Mac. Thank you very much. Incredible Mac says, hey, Tiff, looking fabulous as always. Thank you so much. Paul Honeyman, hello from England. So you got a fellow friend in the house.
Cool. I don't
Jaylena
sound as British as you, but I like to try and represent.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rex has like a really interesting accent because why do you have such a weird accent?
So I lived in England till I was 6, and then I moved out to Kenya, lived there for 9 years. Then went back to an international school, so got English, some Kenyan, American. Also travelled around Australia for a year and a half, so got a very mixed accent, and I mumble when I'm tired and feeling lazy. So it all sounds very strange. Can't quite put your finger on it.
He's patient though. Many times a day I'll say, what? And he'll repeat himself.
I've been doing it my whole life, so that's why, yeah, I'm quite used to it.
Cool, Jaylena. Good. Yeah, I want to go. Whatever it takes to go to that concert, I'm going to be really happy to go. How's everything with you, Jay? Is everything good with the buses? I know Dorit's just broke down again. Sarah Wass says, hi Tiffany and friend, all. Everyone, this is Rex, for those who haven't caught on just yet. But, yeah, Jaylena, what's going on your side? Paul Honeyman says, yay, I have a nowhere accent, also with being raised in the army and then serving. Oh, interesting. In the English Army, Paul?
What regiment did you serve in? My brother's in the Welsh Guards. He's up in Catterick at the moment.
Lever Wild says it's going really good here at the shop, working on something really special on the bus. I'll send you pictures. Ooh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Bart says, I don't mind saying, but first I'll preface this statement. I'm totally into women, but his accent I would consider jumping his bones. Lol, JK.
Thank you, Bart.
Sarah Wass says, hey Rex, sorry I didn't know your name. It's okay.
Right. Hello to everyone that's just joining. Thanks, Bart. That's made my day.
We have 16 people here now, which is pretty good for us. A Monday morning. Oh, 20. Yeah, jumping up a little bit.
Trying to get my friends in before you trying to get them to, I send it to my family and friends.
Paul Sherman says, hello Tiffany, glad to see you. Got a new man, I'm jealous. Sorry Paul. Paul Sherman he's been there since the beginning, you know what I mean? Yeah. Don't worry, Paul. This is just a good friend of mine. Colleen says, hello, Tiffany. Hello, everyone. Colleen, welcome. Thanks for being here. Basically, how has Costa Rica been? Bart asked. Been seeing you. Oh, hi. Hi, Rex's mom. Bart says, how has Costa Rica been? Been seeing the photos on Instagram. Beautiful place. Right now it's really rainy. And Janine, you should be very proud of your son because he can handle the roads pretty well. I took some video of our trip to the Cabo Blanco Reserve the other day and definitely needed 4x4. But it was really cool. I think the whole day was a really good trip. but also it was like the day after 2 days of consistent, really heavy rain, like torrential lightning storms, rivers not over flooding, but pretty close,
Flowing pretty fast,
flowing fast.
quite deep.
Like we had to cross rivers. I don't know if we should say that for your rental company, but
I don't know, I was going to tell, but also by the time I've handed it in, they wouldn't know. Yeah, there must have been at least, the first one was probably 5-6 meters wide. The next one was an easy 10-15. But I walked through it before just to check the depth. The second one was a bit more hair raising. So I had to try and find the right route, and I could actually feel the car nearly stopping from the current. Just a bit nerve-wracking, a few lumps and bumps.
it's great.
Yeah, but I think growing up in Kenya, driving on those sort of roads, you on the roofs, drinking beer and wine, it really put into perspective and sort of helped me guide through those rivers and not freak out.
Like we had to go over makeshift bridges that were like a crack formed in the ground, and it was going over water, and people to like drive across it put like just tires in the cracks so we could drive across it. Like it was like you go over it and you get a little closer to God kind of experience. You know?
There a crunch in the bridge.
Yeah, sorry, Janine. It's kind of scary, but he did great, and I trusted him. And with the conditions that we had to go through, I wouldn't trust many people. That was the most intense conditions I've ever gone through. I'm gonna catch up on some chat. Colleen was saying hi to Jaylena, who's with us today. Incredible Max said, "Aw man, this is how I get jealous. I wish I had hair so a beautiful woman could brush it off my face like that." When I brushed her face, that's so sweet. Elia Laskeet says hi from California. Hi. Janine is a little shocked about what we went through. Sorry. Bart says, sent you the photos on your IG of the van during an accident and after. Oh, that is really unfortunate. It seems like everyone's having a little bit of hiccups lately with the nomadic life. I hope everything's going well with my van back home, which I'll be back in the beginning of October. So I'm sorry to hear that. I don't look forward to seeing the photos, but I'm curious to see exactly what happened, because that's like the nightmare of what happened. But yeah, weather's been good. Costa Rica. Oh, the cool thing about like going on our little journey that I really liked was, you're better at picking up on this than I was, is there was this car that seemed pretty like familiar with the road that was behind us, and he let them pass, and they zipped off in front of us. But they let us know, like a couple cars let us know, like, hey, like be careful of these roads. And this 4x4 like stopped right before like a really treacherous area of the road, but also after one or two of the rivers we
I
had
think
to
it
cross.
was the really big river that someone was turning around from. He was driving around saying, no, you can't go that way. They're all speaking Spanish, so I don't understand them. But I think you got the gist that someone's car was swept away in the river. And they said, if you have 4x4, maybe it's okay. But then this car was coming quite close behind me. So I thought instead of rushing me, I'll let it pass. And as they passed, they stopped to check if we were right, if we'd broken down, which was really nice of them. And they zoomed off, gone in seconds. And then after the river, we saw them waiting. So actually we thought they'd broken down. Then they got up to us, we gave them a thumbs up, and they shot off again. Just before quite a steep, very sort of veiny road.
It was messy. Like it was like, I grew up going to Disneyland, and there's a road called like the Indiana Jones something adventure, and it felt exactly like that. I feel like it prepared me for these days. It was really intense. Jessica Haynes Henderson says hello from Rex's sister. She's in Croatia. Hi.
I've been
Nice to
enjoying
meet
your holiday
you.
with Jamie.
Incredible Max says, that sucks, Bart. I'm sorry, man. Us too. The trailer got the worst of it. Bought a new one. glad you were able to get a new one. I know that's not the best time. This isn't the best time of year to have like big things happen like that. That's unfortunate. Paul Sherman says, "Hey Jelena, I can't wait to see the Secret Bus project. I'm right on board. I can't wait to see it in person." And also, I'm gonna just pause to say I miss Jelena, I miss Isaac, I miss Dorit, I miss Tofu. I can't wait to meet Jelena's cats and start our little cat commune. Yeah, I miss my friends back home a lot. Live and learn, Bart says. I agree. Sometimes it's rough, you know. Bought mistake, taught mistake. I don't like that one, but I do learn things. Jessica asks, "How's the food in Costa Rica?" How is the food?
It's very good. It's different. For breakfast they have rice and beans, which kind of threw me off my first day. But I'm growing to love it, and probably going to miss it the most. Nice black beans and rice with plantains, which I thought was just a massive banana, but it's not. It's actually plantain. But yeah, it's really good. Nice having fresh fruit to the daily and feel healthy.
And something really sweet about Rex is like pretty much since we met, I'm pretty sure you've gotten me coffee or tea or breakfast every single morning, which includes you making rice and beans and eggs and chorizo. Yeah, he's a really good cook. He just throws things together and is like, I don't know, let's try this, and it ends up being really good.
Somehow always works out. It's only happened once where it didn't.
777 Creepo says, "Just joined the chat. Who's the gentleman with Tiffany?" This is Rex. I met Rex. What day is it? So it's been like a week and a half ago.
Week and 3 days, 4 days. Week and 4 days today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a week and a half.
Yeah, a week and a half. We met at a coffee shop and we've hung out ever since. And we've gotten along quite nicely and have been on a bunch of adventures. He's leaving in like 3 hours, so I thought I'd introduce you guys. What is my Instagram? My Instagram is either Rhodes and Rose or Tiffany Mayberry, TiffanyMayberry, and then Rex's is at KingHendo1. He's tagged in like my last couple of reels, so if you look at my reels on my personal page, then you'll see him in there. Leave Her Wild says the bus project is super exciting. I cannot wait to see it. I am very excited. Incredible Mac, the Power Stroke Band, stay away from all decks. So, oh yeah, Rex hasn't seen that video. I'll have to show him after and get him acquainted. Basically, for Jalena's 29th birthday, we were on the back of Isaac's schoolie bus. Like, there's a deck, and we were all on it, and we were saying happy birthday on a live, and then all of us were just talking with everyone, and there was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of us. There was like Brandon, Day, Jarlay, Mindy from Ninth Element, Rachel Gray, Jelena, Isaac, me, and I think someone else. I might be missing someone. So basically a bunch of us. And Mindy was like, if you want to hear Isaac play music, say 29. And so everyone was like, 29, 29, 29. And they still say 29, 29, 29 when Isaac's on, because they want him to sing music. But so he was like, fine, I'll play. And so he just starts, and like we're all trying to be his backup band, so we all like grabbed anything we could find, which was like WD-40 and like a screwdriver and just random things where you're like, what is happening? And as we're getting into it, the deck just breaks, and all of us are like on it, and we're like, oh my god, freaking out. So if anyone talks about decks, that's usually what it is. Leave Her Wild says, we miss you too. Isaac and I are watching this morning. Hi Isaac. This is Rex. I don't know if you guys will get to meet him anytime soon, but this is Rex.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Paul Sherman says, I'm sure they miss you as well, Tiffany. I hope so. Jessica says, nice. Bart says, since you're a fan of Disney, going to send a friend request from my other IG account. I I have 2 visits to Disney World on there. Scroll down and bit past the Comic Con stuff, and you may like what you see. Oh, I love Disneyland. I was telling Rex that like I grew up in Orange County, and my dad ended up taking me to Disneyland like once a week for many years. So I'm a big Disney girl, and I ended up working at Disneyland for a year and a half as a photographer, capturing magical moments. So I love Disneyland. It's been a long time since I've been there. Karen Ford says hi, Tiffany and friend. Tom Allen says Tiffany. Hi, Tom. Paul Honeyman said still my favorite video, lol, which was that live one that I was telling you about. It was pretty epic. I feel like we all like to like remember that fond moment. Colleen says 37, please. Oh, people watching? I don't know what PLE means, but it might be people watching. Paul Sherman says, go and smash that like button. Looks like many of you have done that. Thank you very much. But since there's a good chunk of you for a Monday morning, I'm kind of surprised. I'll go ahead and get to the juicy juice. How long have we been on?
22 minutes.
22. Oh yeah, good. Hello from SC. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Lisa Thomas said. Michelle McCritchie says hi, Tiffany from Scotland. Hello. Speaking of Scotland, I will say I've been really into other Outlander. Not since he's been around, because I have more things to do with someone now. But before he got here, I was pretty deep in the Outlander series, and now I want to get a castle in Scotland, and I'm convincing him to become a lord. So,
Lord of Manor.
Lord of Manor. So the juice. Hi from Oklahoma. Good morning, and Finken State stopped. Finken's, that's more your part of the world.
And Finken State.
Yeah.
State.
He's saying hello to you.
Hello.
Yeah, so am I leaving Costa Rica? Thinking about it. I haven't made decisions yet, but basically it's getting to rainy season here, like deep rainy season, where it's, right now we have sun, you can see our faces and it's lovely, and you can hear birds chirping, and that's a really, I mean, there's a little kitty cat like sleeping on the deck. I think they can see it.
No. Lift it up.
Oh.
Lift it up.
Up?
There we go.
Oh, okay. You know, those are the kind of vibes around here right now. It's
Sleepy vibes. Just chilling out.
yeah, it's really chill and sunny, and like he wants to go take a dip in the ocean because you can right now. But once it gets rainy, you can't really go in the ocean anymore. It becomes a little bit more dicey. The roads become really dicey. I'm on a motorcycle, so anywhere I go, I'm gonna get covered in mud. Town slows down, so my income slows down a lot as well. And come November, December, the price of rent here is going to go up extraordinarily, because this has just become a very popular destination for people who are frustrated with their part of the world. There's a lot of that. But we've been talking about me possibly going down to California and meeting up with him. He's going to be hanging out with an old friend of his for a couple weeks down there, and she invited me to come join, and so we're considering going down there and hanging out with him. So that means I'd be leaving probably in like 2 weeks or less from Costa Rica. And then before we talked about that, we were talking about like if we see each other again and when we want to see each other again. And I asked him, I said, like, if I could get to England, because it's hard to get there. I asked him if I could get there, when do you think like the soonest I could come see you is, or what would be like comfortable or proper or whatever. And he knows pretty much everything you guys know, which is like, I pretty much don't have a family anymore, and I didn't even tell him like that holidays were a hard time for me. But he's like, yeah, you could come next year. I was like, okay, like in 22, and he's like, yeah. That way, like, he could get back settled back into his routine and work and things like that. And then hasn't talked this over with family, so family,
Might
if you're
give us a
listening,
shock.
obviously you guys talk about that and make your decision. No offense taken.
They're all
But-
pretty easygoing though, so
Eh.
I think it'll be fine.
I don't want to propose, but he's like, oh well, how about you come for holidays? I know you don't have like things going on with your family, and I just instantly started crying. I got really like emotional about it because like that was one thing I really appreciate about Rex is he's very, very thoughtful. He's very aware of people and how they're doing and like what they're going through. Like he's very attuned to those sorts of things, which has been really nice for me. He's been very patient with me, like in the different, different things that like I experience as someone who's been through all the things that I've experienced. Just very kind, loving, sweet person. So we're considering if it feels like the right thing to do, possibly joining him. I'm blushing. Going to England and possibly hanging out for the holidays. And he's like, we'll go caroling. That's not what he sounded like at all. But he's like, we could do the carols and whatever. What else do you do for
Go
Christmas?
caroling on Christmas Eve. There's a church in the village. Just go there and you sing Christmas carols. Everyone gets very drunk. Everyone screams at the top of their lungs. And then on New Year's Day, I think, the New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, everyone goes up into the common and brings all the animals and shares a glass of champagne and celebrates the New Year's. Whilst everyone's very hungover, sort of trying to sort of remember the night before.
But-
As well as Christmas Day as well. On Christmas Day, everyone goes up into the common, goes and meets there, and the village sort of community is incredible. Everyone's very friendly, looking out for each other, and yeah, everyone knows everyone, which is nice.
It's really sweet.
We also enjoyed people watching for the day, which goes to me back to me being in tune with
Others around you?
Yeah, in tune with others around me. So we're having dinner after our hike through Cabo Blanco. And we look down at the beach as we're about to finish, and I see there three people. One guy goes up and hugs him, I'm guessing his girlfriend, and she's a bit kind of cold, and she's showing more attention to the other friend. And then sort of throughout the whole night I'm saying, oh, she's gonna basically leave him for her. And then as they're getting up and leaving, he's the boyfriend's off in the front, and then she's hanging out in the back with him, with the new guy. I managed to call it before. I was kind of explaining it as it was unraveling. Tiffany was quite shocked.
I was just focused on making reels and documenting and all those sorts of things.
Take some time out to enjoy life.
Bart says, doesn't it rain a lot in England though? Is it the rain that's making you leave or the mud? I think it's just like the slowness of the season. I'm a hairdresser in town and an acupuncturist, and I've had quite a few days now where I've had no one, and that's not typical for me. I usually have days that are fully booked, and it's just all the people that normally come to see me, they've left town, and the regulars in town, like they also have, everyone's business is a little bit lower now, so the luxuries are being pushed back, and getting your hair done and getting acupuncture are luxuries. So people are slowing down in those extra services in my world. I'm still new here as well. But yeah, there's that, and I'm also thinking about going back to school in January just to finish out my clinical experience. So I know it'll rain or snow. I don't know what it's like in Christmas.
It doesn't, but very, very rarely snows, and if it does, it snows for about half an hour and then turns to sleep.
Okay.
But it'll probably be raining most of the time, but not nice torrential rain. Annoying sort of rain that makes you squint and soaks you. You can't see it. Like a mist.
Okay, misty.
And cold. But still nice little fire.
Janine sends a little heart emoji, like a happy emoji with a bunch of hearts.
I think you're welcome to come.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Paul Sherman says, we're all your family, Tiff. Have lots of family. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate you guys. Bart says, damn it, Rex. Great looks, great accent, good to people, likes the outdoors, can handle a 4x4. Is there anything you can't do? Haha. Is there anything you can't do, Rex?
Public speaking.
Oh yeah.
I hate public speaking. Get nervous and get stuck in my head. But that's something I'm working on. Yeah.
Tom Allen says 29 for a Christmas Carol from Rex and Tiffany. I'll think about ways I can get you guys to join me there. I definitely would love to see what an English Christmas is like. That sounds like the most beautiful, charming thing. And for those of you who know, my last name's Mayberry, and that descends from Mawbury, and so there's a little town somewhere north of London called Mawbury, and I think it's the village where my people come from, and so it would be nice to get in touch with another part of my roots. Janine says Christmas Eve.
It is when you go to the common, have a glass of champagne.
Okay.
Sparkling, apple juice first.
Incredible Max says, try not to get so giddy, Tiff. Well, tell him to stop talking. I'm falling quick. Well, just kidding.
I'll keep my mouth shut now, don't worry.
Tom Allen says 29. Barbie Cerna says, hi, Tiffany. Sorry I'm late. No worries. Thanks for joining us on a Monday morning, last minute. So great to have you guys here. Incredible Max says, his name is Rex. Let's hear him roar. Oh, Bart says oh dear, you guys. He says, Bart says he only roars in the bedroom. Incredible Mac. No comment, wouldn't know. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. So yeah, so those are kind of the things that are going on so far in my world. Do you guys have any questions for Rex? You guys want to drill him? It's the calm before the storm.
When you get a chance to figure the dollar back.
Did you send it to them? Incredible Max said, oh boy, she quit. She put the phone down. I didn't quit. I'm still here. Drill him? Careful how you phrase that, Tiff. Bart says. Drill him? Question mark. Don't drill him. Ask him loving questions to get to know him.
Ask what you want. I'm not shy. Well, I don't embarrass easily.
You don't? Well, that's good.
No. Unless I'm up on a public speaking stand. No.
Is this that? Is this public speaking?
No, it's like I'm super.
Paul Honeyman said, lol, Tiffany, don't tempt Incredible Mac or Bart about drilling him. Ha ha ha. Uh-oh. How is weather for you, Miss Jessica, in Croatia? What are things like over there? Yeah, we don't know. Connie Duxon says, hi, Tiffany. Hi, Connie. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Bart Borg says, what part of England are you from, Rex? And where have you traveled, and what has been your favorite place?
So I'm from Putnam, just outside of Guildford in Surrey. I've travelled quite a lot. Austria, Kenya, South Africa, Australia. Going to be doing America soon. I think my favourite's probably been Australia. Purely because I had an amazing job for 8 months. I was basically getting paid to get a suntan and walk along the beach. So I was doing camel tours.
Camel tours?
Camel tours.
For
tours.
anyone
Who's American.
not camel toes.
States, yeah. So I reckon that was probably my favourite place to travel, because everyone out there was so easygoing, just nice and relaxed on my days off, just go down the beach. I was also moving all day, walking around, so it kept me fit. So I hate being stagnant for too long, so just sitting around. As you've probably noticed in this video, I've been sort of a bit fidgety and the camera's been shaking. It's because I'm fidgety and I want to move. Yeah, so I think Australia is probably my favourite place. But if you do go to the West Coast. I know everyone sort of says the East Coast is better, but they're lying. The West Coast is a lot better. It's more Australian-like. It's more sort of wild, more vast, more open, instead of just built up cities.
Bart says, oh no. Incredible Max says, hey Mr. Rex, what are your intentions? Oh no, nervous giggle.
Yeah. Intentions to have fun, enjoy life, share it with someone. Yeah.
On Finkenstadt. Finkenstadt. Okay. She said good pronunciation earlier. Says, where in England are you from? She lived in England. So Putnam?
Putnam, yeah, it's near, in between Guildford and Farnham, about an hour south of London.
What kind of work do you do?
So I've done loads of different jobs, from a school for an English teacher to a ski instructor to a chef to barman. But at the moment, I'm now a carer for the elderly. And I go around their houses, and I absolutely love it. So I've always had a lot of patience with old people. I've mumbled my whole life, as Tiffany said, so I don't mind repeating myself 20 times. I don't get annoyed at it, and I love sort of the face-to-face interaction. And because I'm going around to their houses, I'm always on the move, so I'm not just stuck in the same building for hours on end. I'm always moving from one house to the next, and it's nice to sort of create the relationship with them and then get a bit of banter. Yeah, so I'm a male, so I'm a carer for the elderly, all the vulnerable, and also a bit of child minding every now and again.
Incredible Max said, oh my god, stop talking. Drill.
Surprised you can understand me. So I know I mumble a lot.
Paul Honeyman says, I knew Guildford when I was a kid, spent a lot of time there swimming in the swimming baths.
Is that the Spectrum? The Guildford Spectrum, I think, yeah. Went there a couple of weeks ago with some kids I was looking after. Still got the same 3 slides that are very rusty now. And the ice raining and the bowling. Yeah, it's probably the same place that you went to.
Bart Borg says, I don't think it's Rex's intentions we have to worry about. Incredible Mac, it's Tiffany's.
What are your intentions?
What are my intentions? I didn't see that question in the chat. My intentions are to cherish life and to really be present with all of like the abundance and the beauty and the goodness that's at hand while it's like in front of you. And yeah, to make the best of this life and really enjoy it to the fullest. To enjoy the journey, obviously. That's the name of the mission. Bart says, I bartended. Bartended. Bartending Bart. Is that what they called you, Bart? Is that what your name's short for? He bartended for 20 years, loved it. Now he hauls furniture around the States until his van conversion is completed.
It's incredible.
And then Paul Honeyman says, lol, Bart Borg, I reckon you could be right there. Incredible Mac, blah, 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 Tiff. Welcome to the drill zone. Amanda Sinclair, hello, Tiffany. What have I missed? You have missed that I may be potentially leaving Costa Rica as soon as 2 weeks to join him in California with him and an old friend of his. And we are going to explore, possibly go to Disneyland, which is my old stomping grounds, which I would really love to do. And then we've talked about humoring the idea of me visiting England.
Myself in England.
Yeah.
Over Christmas.
Over Christmas. So we're still working out like the little details and seeing if things are possible, but some ideas that we're humoring. Bart Borg says, oh, it gets better. The last place I bartended at was a hotel. My coworker's last name was Simpson. I don't get it.
Bart Simpson?
Oh!
Someone's a little bit slow today.
I am really slow and I'm really grumpy. He knows. I'm grumpy, I didn't sleep well. I'm sad he's leaving. Blah, blah, blah. Amanda said, oh, go to Scotland. What?
Jump on, sleep well.
What?
They're gonna jump on the funny thing and stuff.
Oh, maybe. Amanda Sinclair says, "Oh, go to Scotland." I would love to because, as I said earlier, I've been really deep into the Outlander series, and I would love to go see like the castles and kind of retrace some of the historical monuments, things like that. RMA says, "Morning, Miss Tiffany from Washington State. I actually caught a live. Woo! Thanks for making it. I found you through Jaylena and Isaac. Excited for your new adventures. What about the kitties? Very important question. That was my question as well. Rex had
First thing you said.
when Rex and I met, like we met and we just started hanging out like a week and a half ago, but we didn't realize that we'd come to like enjoy each other's company a bit, and so he already had plans to go to Ohio to visit his best friend, and then to California to visit another friend that he made in Australia, and he was going to go there for 2 weeks, and then her parents invited me to come join, and so then that way her and her boyfriend, me and Rex, could go do some things together and whatnot. But the first question I asked was like, can I bring my cats? As Jaylena and Dorit, no, we got to bring our cats. So she said that we'll figure it out, and basically that like it shouldn't be a problem. And my cats, as you know, are well traveled, so and well socialized and very kind and sweet. Cozy can be sassy, which is Tofu's. Dorit's cat, her mom is my daughter, my cat daughter. But yeah, if you see Tofu's sassiness, that comes from Cozy, 100%. RMA says, "Oh yeah, what about the kitties?" So kitties are coming with me wherever I go. I will never let them go if it's up to me. Incredible Max said, "All jokes aside, you guys look cute together. Rex, be nice to her. The internet is watching." No pressure.
Always nice.
Yeah, he's very nice. Even if I'm grumpy, like if I don't sleep well, I'm like, just give me some time. And he's like, okay. And he's like, what makes it better? I'm like this. And he's like, okay. And he'll be like, what about this? I'm like, no. I'm like, okay. So he's really sweet and adaptive, which is nice.
It's one of my best traits, adaptability.
Yeah. And he likes to wake up very early, and as you guys know, I've been like kind of having trouble sleeping at my place for the last month and a half. I'm so tired, but it's been hard. So adjusting to sleep schedules has been a thing. Amanda Sinclair says, "Stay with my daughter or come to the wedding in the Scottish Highlands, 25th of November. You're invited." Oh, that would be so great, actually. I would consider that. Thank you, Amanda. Bart says, "Dorit is a crazy one. She's awesome." Dorit is crazy awesome. I completely agree. Incredible Max says, I love all of Dorit's personalities. Me too. There's not a bad one. And if you, sorry, that was the kitty cat. And if you haven't paid attention, Dorit is struggling once again. It looks like her bus is having an engine problem now, and once again is having to adapt to situations. She's handling it well. It seems like she has good people around her, but quite the chronicles for that one. I'm glad she finally got a YouTube channel and is beginning to document the challenges. Sorry,
It's a kitty cat again.
kitty cat. Probably wanting a little bit more attention, and there's a fly. Cindy Huckaluk says, "Hi Tiffany." "Hi, nice to see you. This is Rex." RMA says, "Woohoo! I love the whole group. Fur kiddos matter too." I agree, RMA. They really do. Dorit and Tofu. Yeah, they're the sweetest. I wish my kitties were here, but we're at a little Airbnb. I'll show you guys the view. It's really nice. Let's see if you can see. So, you can see a little bit of ocean from here. I'll give you like the full view. So you got a little bit of kitty cat over there. We're up pretty high. It's in my bio on Instagram. no idea what this kitty's name is. There's a lot of kitties here. Kitty loves me, adores me. Terrified wants to leave. Running for life. I don't know what it's Homesick for the ocean. You have the Atlantic, correct? Arme said? No, this is the Pacific. We're on the West Coast, which is why it's kind of a nice change for people who are from the West Coast, like myself, because the hour difference isn't that big of a deal. So it's nice to get away without being too far and too out of the time zone that people work in, yada yada. So it's kind of nice. But as far as like what I'm doing with YouTube, I'm going to work to be more consistent. I know I haven't been the most consistent with you guys. I'm so sorry. Working on it, balancing 2 jobs and managing my small business while trying to have a personal life and documenting it all and editing. I'm learning the balance of all of it. But it's been really nice. But my goal, I'm getting really close to my top, or not my top, to watched hours. So I'm at 3250. So we're getting really close to live watch hours, or just watch hours, I think is what it's called. And I'm hoping to get monetized and focus on that a little bit, just so I can diversify my income a little bit and focus on kind of getting myself into a more financially stable place. I've been working my butt off, doing hair and acupuncture, which has been great, but ideally I'd like to finish up my clinical hours back in Portland. And as you guys know, rent is increasing everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. So I'm just gonna try and smash out that last year. But in that time, I'm hoping to build up my monetization to where I can financially sustain myself and be able to be wherever I want to be or need to be. And I think you're right, Bart. I'll get back to that in a second. Matthew says you look lost, buddy.
I do.
Yeah. Rex is trying to get more people to join us.
Yeah. My friends have been spamming my phone, asking what the link was. So they're not very tech savvy. So I'll just send it to them. It was about half an hour ago I sent it. So hopefully they'll be on soon. If they can get on, but yeah, I'm back now.
But yeah, so hopefully one of the things you can do if you want to live in Costa Rica is you can be a digital nomad, and if you make $3K a month, you can get a year or 2 year long visa to be here. So ideally I go finish my education back in the States, starting January, and then come back, and then hopefully I can get myself to a point where at least I have a substantial income that's building up towards the 3K a month. And then that way I won't rely so much on the seasons and the amount of people here. But also this place is so freaking crowded that what was $1,200 a month, like this month in December will be $4,000. So it's like skyrocketing in a substantial way. So it's good for me to start making some moves. Arme says her favorite ocean is Cannon Beach, Oregon. I will be staying there. When I go back to Oregon, I'll be staying in Seaside, which is like pretty close. I forget how long the drive. I think it's like 30 minutes, but it's a beautiful place to be. I love Cannon Beach. Incredible Max says, you got this, Tiff. Sorry, it's the kitty cat. Amanda Sinclair says, yes, please come to the wedding. Rex, you will look good in a kilt, man.
I actually do have some Scottish blood in me. Can't remember which tribe it's from, or not tribe, but which clan it's from. My dad knows. He's got some kind of Scottish kilt he always loves wearing. You can ask him. Probably represent.
Arme says, I think that's my sign to binge watch your channel now. Cool. Bart Ward says, aw, how cute, Rex. I don't remember in regards to what, but I'm sure he's right. Incredible Mac says, I couldn't handle that man in a kilt. I'd die. Rex's Instagram is King Hendo, KINGHENDO1. He doesn't have really a
lot of photos of myself.
No.
Got maybe 3.
We did catch someone stalking his profile though. That was one of my followers on Instagram. I thought it was kind of funny. I know this person, but I don't think very well. And like she liked a video of his from like 5 years ago.
5 years ago, yeah. Yeah.
I have a feeling it was on accident because it was a video that like you have to press refresh to make it play, and I have a feeling she did that and was like, oops.
Yeah, but I've now got more photos of myself that I'm happy with, so I might start posting more.
I took a bunch of photos, a lot of photos.
I have to get some for me that I can post.
Bart says he's from England, not Scotland. Incredible Mac. I know, but he would wear a kilt to the wedding. That's what Amanda was saying. Which would be great. I'd love to see him in a kilt too. Team kilt. R. May said, yep, Seaside and Cannon Beach are neighbors. Okay, yeah. I'm starting to lose my geography a little bit. Bart Borg says, well, damn. He said he's got a little Scots in him. Incredible Mac. Incredible Mac. Incredible Mac says, making him uncomfortable is making me uncomfortable. Bart Borg said, Tiff, make Rex an OnlyFans account full. Who says he doesn't have one? Let's not make judgments here. What kind of content would you prefer, Bart? So you're going, where are you going right now? You leave today at 1, where are you going?
So I'm gonna go and get the ferry in
Bucara?
Bucara, that's the one.
Put that in.
In Santorenas. Then I've got to go drop my bags off at the hotel. So I've given myself a bit more time in case there's traffic or dodgy roads. Then getting an antigen test from the airport, which hopefully comes back negative or the right result I want. And then drop the car off, which I'm a bit nervous about because there are a few rattles that weren't there when I got the car. It's also pretty dirty. So I'll have to try and get it cleaned beforehand because there's a cleaning fee. Then a nice early night, and then I have to be at the airport checked in by 4:30 tomorrow morning on flight at 7. So it's going to be a very early start for me.
So you're going to Ohio?
We're going to Ohio, and then meet my friend Cameron, and then I think just hang out for the week, probably just go off and do my own thing for a few days. And then Saturday morning he's booked us in, I've just heard, for a round of golf with 6 of his mates. So we're going to play a 2-ball scramble, which should be quite fun. I haven't played before. I played with Tiff a couple of nights last week, and I played awfully. So I'm hoping there's a driving range there that I can go and practice on first. So I can actually hold my own on the course. And then after that, flying over to California. Hopefully I'll meet Tiff. And then I've rented a nice Mustang to do the traditional American style. Better Mustang. I was going to take it up to Lake Tahoe, but obviously I can't now, which is very upsetting. Which means I'll have to go back, next year or once the fires have stopped and the vegetation replenished. And then basically just going to do some touristy things. Like Tiff was saying something about Six Flags, which I believe is a big amusement park, which I love. We got one in England called Thorpe Park, which is the first roller coaster ever to have 10 loops, which is pretty cool. It's the fastest one in the world. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what the American ones are like. Imagining everything's bigger and better, because they all claim it is. They've been people in the States.
It's just because we're better, We're younger, we're more modern.
Younger.
We're younger as a country.
As a country, yeah.
Yeah, we're like the teenagers that think they're cool. You know what I mean? Like that little skit we were listening to from John Craigie. the young teenager that like left home from England and was like, "Screw you, mom and dad, I'm never coming home." They're like, "They'll come back," and we never came back. We just started our own life. That's us. Still figuring out who we are. Sean Hayden Joven says, "What a great looking couple here." Thank you, Sean. Cindy Huckalek said, "I'm from Ohio, near Cleveland." So cool. He'll be in your parts. Incredible Max says, "Peanut butter and jelly could be involved while he slowly talks wearing his kilt." I don't know what that means.
I don't think that's in reference to the OnlyFans account.
Making peanut butter and jelly. Oh, Sean said, "Nice dress, girl. Thank you very much." I know, I didn't realize we're both doing the tie-dye thing. Very, very free-spirited folks over here. April Frick, smiley faces, Bartborg. "The chat is turning for the worst, I believe, Rex. We're gonna end up having him do things that would embarrass his family." No, we won't. I'll look after him.
My best mate's on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one?
Matthew Cantor.
Oh, he said something earlier.
Did he?
Yeah.
What's it?
Oh, he said, "Rex, you look lost, buddy."
Oh.
I was like, gosh, people are so straightforward. At least with your friend.
Yeah, thanks for that, Matt.
Incredible Mac. All right, I'm done. I feel like a piece of boiled noodle with all these comments.
I used to play rugby.
Oh.
I used to play number 8 inside centre or wing, but then I stuffed my back up with not even playing rugby, and it's not really worth the risk playing again and injuring myself even more. Plus, I'm not a very aggressive person. Whenever I was in school, I used to go into tackles with my eyes closed, and I only saw red once, which was a bit nerve-wracking afterwards. But I more just play squash and row and gym and use the spar a lot. Yeah.
Matthew Cantor says his real name is Reginald. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was inspired by Reginald, and that your birth certificate says Rex.
Yeah, that's exactly true. So my mum's dad was Reginald, but his nickname was Rex. So mum wanted to name me after her dad because he died when she was quite young. So I was named Rex, but my sister calls me Reggie, and then Matt's my best mate. He thinks it pisses me off by saying call me Reggie or Reginald, but I honestly don't mind it. So used to my sister calling me Reggie. It's quite nice. It's a good term in
Sean Hayden says, "I'm the opposite of that. I'm a mama's boy. I have challenges, though I'm working through them." I really support the masculine working through the inner challenges. I think that's a really beautiful thing. So I'm on your team. Incredible Mac laughed my ass off at Bart, and I said a bad word. I'm sorry. We're not allowed to miss it. Don't say anything, but yeah. Sometimes it'll get flagged, I think. I don't know. I haven't found out, but I don't want to.
No.
Amanda Sinclair says, "Incredible Mac, as he has a little Scottish in him, we might need to get him to toss the caber?
Is that the massive pole?
Highland Games."
Yeah, that's a massive pole. You hold that and you throw it. It was in Outlander.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as well as Braveheart. Braveheart does one arm and puts him to shame.
Barb wants to know, so can we call Rex Reggie now? Reginald? Thanks, Matthew Panzer, for the dirt.
If you want to, I'm happy being called Reggie. Reginald's a bit old-fashioned, but I'll probably respond to it. Not as quickly as Reggie or Rex.
Sean Hayden Joven says, "Not gay, just kidding." If you are gay, I love you. If you're not, I still love you. Cindy Hucklock said, "What area of Ohio are you headed to, Rex?"
All I know is it's Cleveland. Not sure what part of Cleveland, but I'm really looking forward to watching the Browns game on Saturday. I'm not sure how they did yesterday, but I know after last year there's a lot of hype, and it's going to be the first home game of the season. So it's going to be huge.
Exciting.
Yeah. My first ever tailgate, first ever in-person football game. So yeah, should be pretty cool.
Incredible Max said, "Oh no, imagine the conversations after Tiff's live." Rex is gonna be like, I've never had so many guys flirt with me. Have you?
I've had a few gay guys come on to me before. A few in Australia. So they said so back then I was really fit. I had pretty much no fat on me. And then one of the guys in my home group, he comes on to me quite a lot. But I take it with a pinch of salt and sort of laugh at it and kind of play with it a little bit. But sort of we both know nothing's going to happen, and sort of it's just a bit of fun. He sent me a message last night saying, "How are you doing?" And sort of, and I told him about so I was out here traveling. I was like, "You be safe now." Yeah.
Oh, cute. Bart Borg said Rex is cooler, or T-Rex. Oh, that could be like our
Yeah.
name. We could be T-Rex because I'm Tiffany.
So my mum always laughs at.
I know. What's the joke?
So my brother and sister are called Tom and Jess. So she'll come in and ask us, "Do you want any tea? Do you want any tea, Tom?" We're like, "Sure." "Do you want any tea, Jess?" She's like, "Yeah." "Do you want any tea, Rex?" And then she'll just burst out laughing. She's been doing it her whole life.
It's super cute. What Go Browns, Cindy Huckalack said. Bart Borg said, what if Rex had T-Rex arms, would Tiff still be into him?
Probably not. No, it was one of the.
That's one of the things I was attracted to.
The second thing she was attracted to.
Yeah.
First was my thighs, and then my arms.
No, well, it was a mix between your eyes and like.
No, you've told me multiple times. My thighs, my arms, then my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that order.
And
So she was checking me out from my feet up.
Yeah. Something like that. Incredible Mac. That man can make a straight guy a little funny. Bert Berg said, yeah, it's one thing to have gay men hit on you, Rex, but what about straight men hitting on you? That's a whole other ball game of confusion, lol. Matthew Panter, tell them the story of the guy in Brighton.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, so I was down there for this guy's birthday actually, for his 18th, and went down there. Went out to none of us had ever been down there before. So we went down to the beach, walked around, found this beachfront club, went inside. We were having a few drinks. Okay, it's pretty fun, dancing around. And suddenly this massive guy, probably about the size I am now, maybe a bit bigger, big beard. Sort of quite a solid guy. At the time I wasn't very big. So I was dancing with me, and then I kind of look at him, kind of give him a bit of a smile, and he grabs my head and pulls me in. I'm like, yeah. So he grabs all that and pulls me in a bit harder. I'm like, no, and then sort of he opens his eyes, looks at me, I'm kind of a nervous smile. And then he literally hands like this, because full on just bitch slaps me. So we come up from the floor, look up, and I just look at Matt, and I just see him in hysterics. Just curled over, laughing as hard as he can.
Wait, why did he do that?
Because I didn't get him. I think he thought I was leading him on, because I was dancing with him and I was oblivious of it. We didn't know it was a gay club. And then looking at him, I see my best mate just curling over in hysterics, and I'm there like freaking out, like, oh my god, what's happened?
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Sean Hayden Jobin says that accent does it to me, Rexy. Haha. Incredible Max said, hey Rex, can I slide into those DMs? Cindy Huckalack said, what a nice guy. I missed the first part of the live. Is he your boyfriend? We're just getting to know each other at this point. We met a week and a half ago, so like 10 days ago. So we're just getting to know each other and taking it as we go. So we'll see. Paul Honeyman, Matthew Panter, Brighton says enough, mate.
Full nose.
Your mom's laughing and covering her.
Didn't realize you're still on, Mama.
Sorry, Mom. Sean Hayden Rex says, does Rex lift? I need to start. I want to be big like Rex. Incredible Max says, no eye contact, Rex. Cindy says, hit the thumbs up, everyone. If you're enjoying this, whatever it is.
Yeah. Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you so much. Sean Hayden was the 42nd thumbs up. Thank you so much. Oh, we just got a bunch. Thank you.
Amanda, more likes than people watching.
Amanda, I know, now there's Amanda, because there's people that come on, go off, come on, go off. Amanda Sinclair says, I don't think there's any straight people in Brighton.
No, it's the gay capital of England. We didn't really put two and two together at the time. We thought, let's go and ride to the beach, be good fun, and then it was a very strange night, to say the least.
True story. Once upon a time, I was dating this guy, Tony, who I told you about, and it was his birthday, and I wanted to surprise him for like a little birthday night out, and so I took him to this dinner spot, and then I was like, let's just walk down the street, and I knew exactly where we were walking to this little, I don't know, club or bar or something like that, and surprise, his friends were there, but extra surprise, we didn't realize it was like a Fuzzies gathering at this specific bar. Do you know what a fuzzy is? It's basically a bunch of people dressed up in furry costumes, like animals.
Oh, okay.
But like full blown, like it's like a kink. Like people dress up as animals and they like to be treated like animals and they like to have collars, and it was like a whole thing. And I didn't plan that, but that's my straight boyfriend. I took him to, I don't know, whatever that was. Which was my first exposure to that, and I was like, what are we doing? And all of his best friends are there, so we just like, it was the funniest night. Super funny. Sean Hayden Joven says, start a workout channel, Rexy. I'd watch you all day long, buddy. Paul Honeyman says, Amanda Sinclair, it's not known as the UK's gay capital for nothing. You should have known. Melissa Peck says, young and dumb.
I was only 19 or 18.
Yeah,
No,
not from that area.
around that age, yeah.
Amanda, Melissa Peck says, ooh, nice to see that smile. Bart Borg says, you can only call him Rexy in the bedroom. Sean Hayden laughed at that and said, let's cross swords, Rexy man bonding. Oh my gosh, this is going a whole other place. What's your guys' favorite color? Put it down in the chat. Where's your favorite place to travel to? Oh, where's the next place that Rex and I should meet? If it's not in England, what destination do you think we should try and meet in? I think Mykonos would be really nice.
There's a TV show, something.
Bart asked, if I go to England, how long will I go there for?
For a couple of weeks, at least.
A couple weeks?
No point flying all the way, like it's a 16-hour flight, we can't just come for a few days. Come for a couple of weeks. And you can enjoy, you can take a little road trip instead of just staying in one place for like 3 or 4 days and then going home. You can actually go and see a bit of the country.
All the boys said that they'll start behaving. Honestly, I think Rex is enjoying it.
I'm very cheeky myself.
But we don't want to encourage them. Amanda said, Scotland, you can get to Mykonos via Scotland. I mean, you drive a good point home, Amanda.
Yeah.
I would love to go to a Scottish wedding. That would be so nice. Sean said, just Joshin. If you guys want to follow him on Instagram, it's KingHendo1. Can harass him over there. If you go to the England road trip, the town you mentioned, Mulberry, I believe you said. There's a Mulberry, but I think it's Mawbury. That
M-A-B-U-R-Y.
M-A-B-U-R-Y is the town that I've seen that is like on, like we had a professional do it. He traced us back to a small village or town, or I don't know what they're called. Yes.
We will.
Absolutely. I love documenting. I've been documenting pretty well with us. Enough to be present, but also to capture things. For me, I need to start editing now.
I have some time on your hands.
Incredible Max says he survives the internet. We're just messing with you, Rex. Yeah, that's the thing about being on these things. People will test like where your boundaries are. Amanda says, my daughter does not have a hairdresser booked yet. I'm working on it. Well, if I'm there, I might be able to help you. I have done weddings before. Sean Hayden said, I know a couple from England. They live in Canada with his wife, who's Scottish, and they're the best. Yeah, English folks are really nice. They're so proper. RMA says, going to England, would London be on the schedule? Wizarding World Adventure, inner child bucket list. I have already done the Harry Potter tour in England, in London, because I'm a Harry Potter fan. He's not.
I'm not now.
Might be a red flag, but still in review.
You loving cats might be a red flag.
My cats haven't even been here.
I'm growing to like cats a bit more.
He loves Mellow.
Oh, my dude.
My dude.
Mellow is 1 in a million though.
Yeah. He met my little asthmatic cat, Marshmallow. So sweet, but struggles so much. Oh, it's 11:11. Red flags. Going to England with I already got that. Incredible Mac is throwing out the red flags. I don't know. Harry Potter, like, how can you not be a Harry Potter fan?
I love Harry Potter. I've just never
Watched the films.
No, I've seen all the films.
Oh, you have?
Many times.
You're just not a fan.
Just never. No, I'm a fan. I've just never actually gone up to the thing. Never
Oh,
had.
okay.
Oh, I love the films. I don't read books, but I love the films.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I'd love to actually go up there. I've just never had anyone to go with or felt the urge to go. I'm more interested in getting getting sloshed, which I'm not doing anymore.
Arme said, my son outgrew Harry Potter before me. Now 18, he just humors his mom. That's sweet. That's probably going to be me one day. Amanda Sinclair says, that's like Isaac with cats. Jaylina's crawl all over him. I'm so surprised because honestly, Isaac is not the biggest cat fan. Like, I had a friend that drove up all the way from Orange County to basically where Isaac's shop is, which is quite a ways away. And he like booked it and just like drove in a non-camping vehicle and like did it so he could take the other cat, Tofu's sister, which is now named Phoenix. Always was named Phoenix. And so he came to adopt her, and he arose at Isaac's, and Isaac was just completely bewildered that he drove all that way just to get a cat. He's like, you drove all the way here for a cat? Really? He was just so like confused. And now he's like, here kitty kitty, meow meow meow. Not really, but he's definitely warmed up to the cats, which is so sweet. That's like Sean Hayden said, what's his Insta? I just love both your faces and I'll follow you guys. 1111. That's your wish, Rexy. I'm mind reading. His Instagram is at KingHendo1. And if you look at my personal Instagram, Tiffany Mayberry, you'll see him in the last couple of reels.
I haven't been posting many photos myself, but I'm gonna start doing that. So I've finally got someone I'm happy with. Just need to find them.
Incredible Mac says, remember when Isaac said he didn't like animals? A week later, he's caressing them. I know. It's kind of funny. And Bart Borg said, Tiffany, I think it's time you take Rex to the water so he can get a swim in before the next rain comes in, and maybe you can take a nap. You've been on over an hour. Thank you, Bart. I think you're right. I think it's a good time to step off and get us ready to continue the journey. But thank you guys for joining us. It's been lovely. Thanks for being so reckless with Rex.
Testing me.
Yeah, it was fun. It's good to talk with you guys. I will probably chat with you soon in a week or so. But thanks for being here. It's nice to talk with you guys, and we'll see you later. Take care, be well, and enjoy the journey. Ciao.